1, 2, 3.
Hello and welcome to the Kayfabe Is Dead Podcast, episode 26. I am your host, the only person on this podcast today, the voice of the youth, Christian, and we are here. I honestly wasn't sure if I was going to make a podcast, but I had to just because it's Money in the Bank. If it wasn't for it being Money in the Bank weekend, probably would have never done it, and I got my reasons. So before we start, any predictions or anything like that, let me give my reasons why this didn't come out on a Friday or Wednesday. Fuck, I got all my days mixed up. And it's going to come out on Friday and all the mishaps and whatnot. If you even care. But, yeah, so I didn't watch Monday Night Raw. I saw SmackDown for the most part. Didn't watch NXT, as I told myself I will. I'm two episodes behind, but that's easy to catch up on. And I heard Raw was trash. The reason I didn't watch it was because I was watching the NBA Finals, like any person should. I'm a big basketball fan. I actually got a basketball podcast. If you guys want to check that out, it's called the Triangle Podcast on this channel. And yeah, I was way more into that than I was going to be for the episode of Raw. And I think Raw knew that. Apparently, it was a shit show. Besides the first opening sequence. I didn't even watch that. I know what happened. I know what happened this whole Raw. And I just didn't really care to rewatch it or anything crazy like that. I'm not going to waste my time. It's summer now and my time is limited. I have things to do. I got summer bucket list goals and whatnot. And also, truthfully, I have a whole bunch of cold sores in my mouth. I always get these cold sores. I used to get them from biting my nails. Now I just get them to get them, I guess. My mom always gets them a lot, so I guess it's like not hereditary, but it's just genetics. I'm gonna get these nasty ass cold sores. I got 2 in my mouth right now, and then there's something in the middle of my tongue. It's horrible. So if I slur my words at all, I apologize. I just want to get this out over and quick for you guys. Just give my quick thoughts, my quick predictions on this up-and-coming Money in the Bank card. This is happening Sunday, and I'm going to watch it with my girlfriend, who my girlfriend is, she's not a big fan of wrestling, but, she enjoys it. She finds it fun, she finds it interesting. It's not like she knows her wrestlers and that she watched it. If it was her choice, she would watch it with me every time, but, that option isn't always around, but every time I'm with her and it's on, I'll watch it with her. She enjoys it thoroughly, so I'm gonna watch actually the pay-per-view with her. I think that's gonna be a fun pay-per-view for her. The Money in the Bank concept is cool. The ladder match is fun, and this card in general is pretty damn good. She saw NXT with me, the last one at least, and she's actually coming with me to go see NXT Brooklyn Takeover 3, as I'm gonna be in the building for that one. The story of how I got those tickets is actually pretty funny. So I was supposed to see it with my man Eddie, the one who was on 3 episodes of this podcast with me, on the first 2 especially, and the last one. You can check that one out as well. We just have a discussion of the state of WWE, so that's always relevant. It doesn't really cover anything new. We talk about Extreme Rules, but the conversation we had was just incredible. It was just a fun episode. Literally, my mom called me on air. I let her rock, and she dubbed my man. It was whatever. But, yeah, I was supposed to go with him, but just like I did last year, me and him went. We saw, Asuka defeat Bayley. We saw Nakamura grab the title. I think that was his first time. We saw Revival barely beat, what are they called? Do-it-yourself, DIY. We saw Ember Moon's debut, so it was very fun, that last one. We saw Bobby Roode, I think, against, wasn't Ty. Ty was on the pre-show. I think it was Almas. But nevertheless, I'm very excited for this one. I think I'm going to be able to see the Gargano-Ciampa match, hoping that injuries work out well. Ember and Asuka, hoping that injuries work out well. Pete Dunne, I don't know who he's going to face, but Pete Dunne, that was the match she enjoyed the most. Pete Dunne versus Tyler Bate. She went head over heels for that one, and so did everybody else. I think that's probably one of my favorite matches of the year. I think I still got the Elimination Chamber number 1. I really dug that match. But, what else? What else is a possibility there? I assume Drew McIntyre is going to be there. I'm pretty sure he was. Was he in the building then? No, I think he was in the building Toronto. But pretty sure I'm gonna see him. Most likely gonna see a Tommy versus Chris Hero. Like it's gonna be a stat card there, and I'm very excited, and I can't fucking wait. But how I got those, I was supposed to get them with EJ, my man Eddie, and he said he was going on vacation, so he wasn't gonna be able to make it. So I was like, all right, you know what? Let me see if I can get tickets. If I don't, I can't. Whatever. So that Thursday came, and I checked the website because I completely forgot about it. And then I saw it in my notifications, that it was coming up that Friday. So I was like, all right, let me check if the pre-sale tickets went on sale. And they did, and they were like $125 and like okay seats. And that's not terrible. That's not a terrible price for an okay view. It was basically the same view I had last year, which was pretty good. I enjoyed it. But to have like my girlfriend or, a friend or, if I had to pay for my girlfriend, she's good. She takes care of herself. But I always, a sign like that, I want to treat her. But, I can't drop $250 plus all the processing and service fees. That's almost $300 on tickets for me being an avid fan and her being just, one who watches it here and there. And then all my friends, they're also... They for the most part, I had Jesse on the podcast before. I think I had Will on the podcast before. They watch Raw. They try to watch Raw weekly when it's on, SmackDown weekly when it's on. They watch all the pay-per-views with me. But as far as actually, being so in tune with it as I am, I don't think they would want to spend $125, the trip to Brooklyn. I got family in Brooklyn, so that's nothing to me. I was born in Brooklyn. But, that I don't want to put nobody in a certain way, and I obviously didn't want to go by myself. So I saw the pre-sale tickets. I was like, all right, that's a dub. I'm not going to spend $125 for a ticket. Then the next day came, and I got the reminder that it was going on sale. So I was like, you know what? I was at my job. I was like, let me check to see if I could buy them. So I check. I think it's $9.57, and I go on Ticketmaster.com, and it says NXT Takeover Brooklyn. Tickets go on sale in 3 minutes. I was like, holy shit, you know what? I slid to the bathroom real quick, act like I was in there. Well, act like I was using it. And patiently waiting, refresh. Soon as 10 hits, refreshed it. It sucked because it's hard to do it because it's not like you could pick your options on Ticket. I hate Ticketmaster. I absolutely hate Ticketmaster with my whole life. It's the most complicated, most difficult thing ever. You can't pick the seats you want. You got to either search for price range or you got to search for best available. So I see it and I'm like, all right, I want best available. Maybe I could get good seats for $90. That's great. So I clicked best available and it was $135 and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I can't really do that. And then I found one for $85, and I was like, all right, the seats aren't bad, but who would I go with? Then I hit up my girlfriend, and, everything was happening all at once. And then I clicked price range, and then I dropped it to $40. I just wanted to see if the tickets were there. And I've been to Barclays before, twice. And it's not that big. You could see from all angles, and you could see a pretty good view of everything nonetheless. So I was like, you know what, let me try to get the cheaper seats. So I ended up getting the $45 seats for $45, and they're not bad seats at all. Barclays, once again, isn't that big. So I'm going to really enjoy the hell out of this, and I can't wait. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. My girlfriend gets to experience it for the first time. For me, I've been to an Impact show, believe it or not. I used to be a big fan of TNA. I went to an Impact show. I saw Jeff Hardy, Rob Van Dam, Hulk Hogan. I'm pretty sure I've seen Abyss. Actually bought things from what was his name? He was one of the commentary people. He was one of the color commentators, and I think his name was Don West. I think that was his name. But he actually sold all the gear. I met Earl Hebner. He was selling gear too. The TNA people really hustle. The superstars were selling their own gear. I never seen anything like that. It was literally like a glorified independent show. But nevertheless, that's cool. So I got Velvet Sky's autograph, or I don't know who the hell is who anymore, but yeah, I got an autograph from Don West. Earl Hebner I met. I bought something for him. It was goddamn steal. It was 3 DVDs and a book bag for $20. But yeah, I'm getting off topic. So I've been to TNA show. I've been to the NXT show, or SmackDown/ECW back when that was a thing. And I think that was it. Oh, I've been to Evolve show. I actually saw Tommy End. Oh, I get to see Tommy End again. I saw Tommy End. I saw Cody Rhodes back at the Evolve show the week of last NXT TakeOver in Brooklyn. I feel like there's another one. I'm probably missing it, but whatever. Yeah, so I've been to one locally right here, literally 2 minutes away from me in my junior high school. They had Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy, and that's when I met them. And yeah, it was great. I saw not Mick Foley. Was it Mick Foley? It was Mick Foley. I saw him there. Yeah, nevertheless, I'm excited to go to this one. And it's been 10 minutes of the podcast of me just rambling about wrestling experiences. And you know what? Fuck it, because I'm not going to talk too long about this predictions podcast. But nevertheless, I'm very excited to go to NXT TakeOver. And this all started by me saying I'm going to watch Money in the Bank with my girlfriend Sunday. And hopefully, if we have time, I want to do a podcast with her on it. Because she's a personality. She's a fun girl. So let's see if she'll be down with that. I might have to force and tug her for that one. But it is what it is. We'll see. If anything, I'm always going to get my review podcast. Hopefully, I can get that up by that Monday. I don't think I have work that next day. So I definitely will be able to. So let's get to it. What do I think is going to happen this Sunday at Money in the Bank 2017? Truthfully, this is one of the most unpredictable cards of the year. I think 2 matches are a guarantee, and 2 out of 5, that's good. But that doesn't look like all that amazing unpredictability wise. But I don't even know what the women's championship match sometimes. I don't know what's in the thoughts of the bookers and Vince McMahon especially. But let's get to it. I don't know what the pre-show match is going to be. I don't think they confirmed anything yet. It's most likely going to have Breezango, and Breezango is most likely going to win, so good for them. But yeah, I got Breezango winning in the pre-show match that hasn't even been announced. But I'm going into it as what I would put it in order and how it should be. The women's Money in the Bank contract match first. Becky Lynch versus Charlotte versus Natalya versus Tamina versus Carmella for the all-illustrious Money in the Bank briefcase. 5 women. They could have thrown Lana in here, truthfully, but I'm glad they didn't because she never worked a match, at least on TV. So to throw her in a ladder match, you might be pushing it. But this is again, unpredictable one. I think it's truthfully between 2 people. I don't see Charlotte Flair being in the mix just because she is a champion with or without that briefcase. This briefcase, you should give it to the people that may never be looked at fairly as the actual contender. Hence Daniel Bryan, hence Dolph Ziggler, Alberto Del Rio, Sheamus, even though he was once a contender. Dean Ambrose, you know what I mean? So I would give it to, personally, Carmella. Now, if you want to know how I would do that, I cannot spoil that for you. You guys are going to have to find out for yourself. Episode 24. I did my own fantasy booking of SummerSlam 2017. Skip to minute 21. And I start that card. And it's great. And I talk about who I think should win the Money in the Bank briefcase for the men and the women. So definitely check that out. But yeah, I would give it to Carmella, who I also picked there. But is Carmella going to win? Is that going to be my end-all, be-all prediction? It's either Carmella or Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch could definitely get it. I wouldn't mind it at all. Carmella, I feel like, would be the most interesting, though. So my heart tells me Carmella. My mind is telling me Becky Lynch. Heart over mind every time. I got Carmella winning it. The Usos versus the New Day for the Tag Team Championships, the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. And we have the New Day coming back. Their first championship match back on the main roster. I don't want to see them win it, though. I really don't. For my own sanity, I'm going to have the Usos winning. I could be wrong. I probably will be wrong. But for my own sanity, I got the Usos winning. I don't want to see New Day win it. I love the New Day, but I don't want... the part of their reign on Raw is they buried the whole tag team division, and in SmackDown there isn't much you can bury. They can have fun feuds with everybody, but there isn't much you can bury. I say you have them go their separate ways. Again, check how I did it on my episode, I want to say 24 again, yeah. My episode 24, I used them creatively too, so definitely check that out as well. Naomi versus Lana for the SmackDown Women's Championship. This got to be a sure bet, right? I mean, Lana is still pretty green. Naomi is good. She's over with the crowd. She got a cool gimmick. I'm not crazy about it. I don't feel the glow, but I like the glow. And Naomi is a dope wrestler. She is athletic. She is damn good in the ring. She could put on good matches. Lana, I don't think, can do that, and I don't think you give her that belt either. I say have Naomi keep this belt. Lana is not ready, not deserving for that title at all. Keep it on Naomi, not a question. Jinder Mahal versus Randy Orton for the WWE Championship. You got to have Jinder win this. I'm sorry. Do not hinder Jinder all 2017. The Maharaja is on top of the world. He said he wants a dream match with The Rock. That would be hilarious as hell, wouldn't it? Anyways, I got Jinder Mahal winning without a doubt. If Randy Orton wins, this whole Jinder Mahal process was dumb. Jinder Mahal is already looked at as an undeserving championship, so the only way to make him deserving is have him have a good title reign. And I think WWE is going to do the smart thing by keeping it on him, making it strong, eventually have John Cena come, and hopefully it doesn't happen like we're used to. Not the Rusev and Cena, not the Umaga and Cena, not the Khali and Cena once again. Please, let's have Cena lose to Jinder Mahal. I'm down with that. Also, there's rumors of John Cena being a free agent. I don't like that. I understand the ratings are down, so putting him on a show would be cool. Stick him to one show. Get rid of all that free agent bullshit. I don't want that. That's some bullshit. That's absolutely bullshit. He can do whatever he wants because he has the loose schedule and he's John Cena. Get out of here. He stays on SmackDown. He was a big part of why that brand was so good last year. I don't want to hear that. No. Stay on SmackDown, please. Then we got the main event in my eyes. The Money in the Bank match for the men's briefcase. Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles versus Baron Corbin versus Sami Zayn versus Dolph Ziggler versus the artist Shinsuke Nakamura. Damn, there's really no breathing room in that match. This match has no reason not to be one of the matches of the year. This is going to be awesome. I'm very excited. I am very excited. Damn. To win this match, it's like I see so many options. I see everybody as an option except AJ Styles. I love AJ Styles. AJ Styles, I love you. You're my favorite wrestler right now. Once again, the same thing with Charlotte. He's a guy who could be pushed into the championship scene every time, anytime, and it wouldn't be a question. You got to give this to somebody else. And I might be going with my heart once again. In all reality, I think Baron Corbin is probably going to win this. I got a funny feeling about Dolph Ziggler. I don't like the funny feeling. He's least deserving for this, but I have a funny feeling about Dolph Ziggler, and mark my words, he might just win. And if he does win, that's going to be the intro I put for the next podcast, by the way. Sami Zayn, I'm more than awesome with him winning. I feel like that should be saved for another time. You know, he's still got a long career ahead of him. I feel like when Kevin Owens gets that World Heavyweight title, or vice versa, Sami Zayn get that World Heavyweight title, they do the cash-ins on each other. That's what you do. That's booking 101. That's great booking. Even though we've seen the match, we add another element to the storyline. We add another element. That feud should literally be called Fight Forever. Because I could see those matches every day, any day of the week. But, again, heart. So I got Naomi winning. That's a face. Jinder Mahal winning is a heel. Usos winning, that's a heel. Carmella winning, that's a heel. So I got one face winning. Let's have two. Let's put Shinsuke Nakamura winning the Money in the Bank briefcase. Again, I could be completely wrong, and I probably will be. It kind of get me tight that he ended up holding that briefcase at the end of SmackDown, which was a pretty good go-home show. Because, that's not the best indication, but maybe WWE knows that we know that, so they kind of juke us out, and they have him win it anyways. You can't, I don't know if you could go off the air with a heel winning. Or maybe they won't go off the... Yeah. Either way, if they have this or the main event, or Jinder Mahal versus Randy Orton at the main event, that's going to be a heel winning for sure, I'm pretty sure. I would say, have Nakamura winning. Have the crowd go out singing his songs. Come on. I love that goddamn theme song. Come on. You got to have Nakamura win, please, please, please. And then if you want to know how I would do this, once again, plug. Check out episode 24 because it covers this pay-per-view. I talk about how I would almost do this pay-per-view. So definitely check that out, guys. Please, you guys did phenomenal views on my WrestleMania podcast on SoundCloud/iTunes. Do the same thing on this one. You can check it out. You can check it out on both SoundCloud and iTunes. Unfortunately, I do not have it up on YouTube. Never got the video up. I apologize. It was a long video. It was taking longer. I was having complications with it, and then I just kind of got past it, and I was like, you know what? Screw this. I'm not doing this anymore. A little bit of messed up on my part, but again, I apologize. Nevertheless, you guys can check out all these podcasts on SoundCloud, YouTube, iTunes under the name All of the Above ENT. You can find us there. Please subscribe. Please comment. Please like. Do all them little favorites. Everything you can do. If you want to follow me on Twitter under CGONZ_223. Please, I appreciate it. I appreciate everything. You guys could ask me questions. Yeah, Twitter is looking a little... when I say follow me, I mean on Twitter. I same thing for my Instagram. That's the same name, but I don't really go on that. I'm a more Twitter person. But thank you guys. Thank you for everything. A quick podcast. You know, my mouth hurts like a bitch. And, you know, I'm just trying to enjoy some good wrestling because I've been really not the most into it as of late. And I feel like this pay-per-view can definitely get me hype once again. If done correctly, but SmackDown usually does the things correctly. So let's hope, let's pray. The Maharaja is always on top. Don't hinder Jinder. Thank you.